Hi students, I'm very happy to invite you for this session. And in this session, we are going to see the example programs from List and Tuple. This is specially this session is specially created for you because during this lesson, I'm unable to explain all those things. So that I have created this video session individually for clarifying the example programs from List and Tuple. And first we are going to see program number 1 from list, and this is the program to create a list of numbers from 1 to 20, and from that number from 0 to 20 or 1 to 20, we are going to add some numbers to the empty list. Those numbers are divisible by 4. See here, this is my empty list, this is my empty list, and in this list I'm going to add the numbers from 1 to 20. Those numbers are divisible by 4, and for that I have to use range. For I in range, I is a variable is going to read the numbers from 1 to 20, because Python always takes the upper limit as n minus 1, and if I divisible by 4 is equal to 0, and which means percentage of 4 is nothing but, after dividing the number, if my remainder is 0, after dividing the number by 4, if my remainder is 0, that will be add into the list. Div by 4 dot append is the function to add the elements into the list. Already have learnt this one, so let me execute this one. Yes, see here, 0, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. These numbers are divisible by 4. Anything is divided by 0 is divided by any number, our remainder always would be 0 only. That is why 0 is also divisible by 4. So next one is, next program is, we are going to see to define list of countries that are a member of BRICS. BRICS is an organization. 5 countries are part of this organization: India, Russia, Sri Lanka, China and Brazil. And we are going to check whether the given country is a member of BRICS or not. That is what the ultimate aim of this program. For this, first we have to create a list of BRICS member countries, and next one is to check a country whether the country is member or not of BRICS organization. For that I have to create another variable called is member, and I have to give runtime value for this variable. If is member, what is the value, what is the country I am going to give, that would be checked by this countries list. If my given value is there in my country list, that is member of BRICS, else that country is not a member of BRICS. So see here, let me run this program, enter the name of country. So now I'm going to give Iran, IRAN, Iran. See here, Iran is not a member of BRICS. And let me check. See again, I'm going to give INDIA, India. India is a member of BRICS. So the second one is over, and next one is the third one, and this is for entering 6 subjects mark and total the, adding the 6 subjects mark. See here, marks is my empty list. Subjects I have given Tamil, English, physics, chemistry, computer science and maths. For I in range, I am using range from 0 to 6, because by default it would take 0 only. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, totally 5 subjects, sorry, for totally 6 subjects. Why I have given 6 there? Then only I can get 6 subjects. If I have given 5, Python always takes upper limit as n minus 1, so that it would become 5. So to avoid that problem only, I have given here as 6. So this variable I in this loop, in this for loop, the variable I is going to be read the numbers from range 0 to 6. M is equal to enter the mark of, this is what known as format, this is what known as format operator. So what is the reason of giving format operator? And already you have learned this one in your 8th lesson, and this is for placeholder. This is for placeholder means to format function to replace the fields. The format function is for to replace the fields. Here enter mark 1 in my output screen, it would display, it would display as enter mark 1, enter mark 2, enter mark 3, like that. So what is the use of this format I plus 1? After showing enter mark 1, if it wants to show enter mark 2, which means from 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 2 3 to 4, 4 to 5 wants to display, here I have to use format I plus 1, and after that that entered mark has to append my list marks, and after that for j in range length of marks, len is a special that is a function to read out the length of the list, how many elements are there in the list. And next one is print, this is for format function of 1 Tamil mark and 2 English mark, like that it will display, and this is for adding the marks, and last one is for adding the marks. Let me execute this one. So see here, enter mark 1. Now I'm going to give 100, again 100, 100, 100, 100, 100. Yes, 1 Tamil mark, 2 Tamil mark, 3 English mark, sorry, 2 English mark, physics, chemistry, maths, computer science. So, and in your book they have given a small mistake, they, because see, in this place they have printed as j1 plus, please change it as j1, sorry, j plus 1. In your book they have given as j1 plus, you have to change it as j plus 1, that is the major mistake they have done here. So this example program is also over. So next one is, we are going to calculate 5 items or 3 items, whatever it is, 5 items price, and we are going to add the price amount of 5 items, and we are going to product 5 items amount, and finally we are going to get average amount for those 5 items. And this is for range is for, again here see, my list is empty, I'm going to add my elements into my empty list. Before going to product, my product value is 1 for I in range is 5 from 0 to 5. So upper limit is as n minus 1, so 5 minus 1 becomes 4. Enter price for item 1, and because of giving format I plus 1, after entering the amount for item 1, it would display enter price for item 2 up to 4, it will display again and again, and p is equal to int input items dot append, so that would be stored into p. What is the amount for item I have entered here, that would be stored into the variable p, and that would be added into my list items dot append. Because of being append function, the amount what I have entered, that would be stored into the list items. And next one is for j in loop, I mean for j in range length of items, it is going to calculate the amount, and it is going to be uh, show how many items are there with the price, and this is for the formula for calculating the product of prices of that items, and this is for calculating the numbers, this is for calculating the sum of the items. Sum of the items means, because of giving this function, it is going to add the prices of that items, and it will summarize to us. And this is for getting the average price amount for 5 items. Let me execute this one. See here, enter the price item for 100, 20, 10, 50 and 40. See here, price item for 1 is 100, price item for 2 is 20, item for 3 10, 50, 40 respectively. Sum of all prices, if you added those amounts 100 to 100, 20, 50, 10, 40, the sum of all prices are 220. And if you multiply those numbers, those 5 prices, you will get this amount, I think 40 lakh, I think so. And average of all prices, if you, after adding those 5 prices, if you divide that 5 prices by 5, you can get 44 as your result. And this one is also over. So next program is, and this is for calculating the number of employees, how many employees are there, and from those employees with their monthly income, how many employees are getting more than 1 lakh per annum. That is what this program tells us. So count is equal to 0, which means how many numbers of employees are there. Before going to count the number of employees, my count is equal to 0. N is enter the number of employees, how many employees are there in that particular organization. Next one is number of employees, print number of employees, nothing but that would be stored into n. Okay, so next one is salary is my empty list for I in range n, how many number of employees, how many number of employees are I have given here, that would be taken as my range, I mean end value of my range. End value is mandatory. How many number of employees are I am going to give, that would be taken as my range in value. Print, enter monthly salary of employee 1 2 3, like that it will goes on. If I have given 5 number of employees are there, it will ask salary for 4 employees, I mean 0 to 4, which means 5 employees. And next one is the format I plus 1 is for giving salary for uh, from number 1 employee to number 5 employees respectively. And next one is s is equal to int input, and what is the salary I am going to give, that would be added into my variable s. And finally the added value into s, that would be added into my empty list salary. And this is for calculating, this is for displaying the employee salary with the salary. And next one is, this is for calculating annual income. Annual income, it is nothing but what is the salary of that particular employee multiply by 12 is, because per annum it has 12 months, multiply by 12, we can calculate the annual income for that particular employee. And next one is for annual salary of employee 1 is rupees 8,000 or 10,000, 1 lakh, like that. If annual salary is greater than or equal to lakh, count is equal to count plus 1. From that number of employees, how many employee is getting more than 1 lakh per annum, that is what this statement tells us. So let me execute this program. Number of employees are 2. Yes, enter the monthly salary of employee 1, I am going to give 8,000. If you calculated this 8,000 for annual income, you would get 96,000 per annum. Next one is, I'm going to give 10,000, so lakh and 20,000 you'll get for this salary as annual income. Yes, annual salary of employee 1 is 96,000, and annual salary of employee 2 is lakh and 20,000. Among these two employees, one employee is out of two employees are earning more than 1 lakh per annum. This is what the result of this program. So next one is, let me execute this one. And this one is for from the list of numbers have to delete, after deleting the even numbers, what are the odd numbers are there. That is what result of this program. Num is my empty list for x in range. My range is from 1 to 11. My first value is, my range first value is 1, my n value is 11, middle value is what, not step value, not middle value, step value is as 1. Because of giving range n value 11, my last value would be 10, because Python will always take upper limit as n minus 1, so 11 minus 1 becomes 10. So next one is, after getting the numbers from range by x variable, that would be added into my empty list with the help of the num.append x function. Print list of numbers from 1 to 10 num. What are the numbers are there from 1 to 10, that would be displayed with the help of this statement, because here I have access my variable num. For index comma I in enumerate, enumeration is a special member function, sorry, it is not a special member function, it is a special variable. This enumerate is for, if you learned C++ thoroughly, you will come to know what is the use of enumerate. Enumerate is for adding more than one value into the same variable with a different family. That is what the usage of enumerate. If I of modulus of 2 is equal to 0, I is nothing but what is the value is in presented in my list num, that would be modulus of 2. If my remainder is 0, after dividing that numbers from my list, if my remainder, if that particular number remainder is 0, that number has to be deleted from the list num. After deleting the number, what are the numbers are there, that would be known as odd numbers. See here, f5 yes, from list 1 to 10, and this is what my, after deleting the even numbers, my numbers are 1 3 5 7 9, because of that particular statement. If, see here, if I modulus of 2 is equal to 0, double is equal to 0 is for remainder. Next one is, this is for getting the Fibonacci series. Fibonacci series, it is nothing but it would gives the result as from 0 to 1 1 or 2 3 like that. So see here, a value is minus 1, b value is 1, so how many number of terms I have to enter here. Before that, I is equal to 0, sum is equal to 0, because we are going to summarize the Fibonacci series numbers also. Fibo is my empty list, and what is the, what are the values getting by this statements, that would be added into Fibo list. See here, how many terms I am going to give, that would become less than I, less than is becomes to, sorry, I is becomes to less than n, uh, till the condition satisfy these, till the condition becomes true, till the condition becomes true, these statements have to repeat again and again, these statements have to execute again and again. After getting this condition, or else after become this while condition false, it would comes out of the loop. That is what this one. So see here, s is equal to a plus b, so a value is minus 1, b value is 1. If you added these two numbers, you will get 0 as your first Fibonacci series, that would be added into Fibo list. And next one is sum plus is equal to yes, and this one rewritten as, this one can be rewritten as sum is equal to sum plus yes. So s is equal to 0, sum is already 0, 0 plus 0 is equal to 0. The next one, see there, after that, this is what important statement, a is equal to b and b is equal to s. Now what is the new value of a, sorry, what is the value of b, that would be assigned to a, and what is the new value of s that would be assigned to b. So see here, b value is 1 that would be assigned to a, and now we got 0 as the new value of s here that would be assigned to b. So again I is equal to I plus 1, because I value is 0, because of giving this statement this would become I is equal to I plus 1, 0 plus 1 become 1. So see here, again have to come here, condition is still true, so that because a value is 1, b value is 0, 0 plus 1 becomes 1. So again s value is 1. So like that it will this statement will execute again and again till this condition becomes true, till this condition becomes true. After once this condition becomes false, it will comes out of the loop. Let me explain this one. See here, 10, yes, 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21, 34 is as my result. And Fibonacci series, if you have added these numbers from this list, you would get 88 as your result. And this is what known as Fibonacci series. If you have any doubts in this particular program, note it down clearly, and after reopening the school we can solve this program. Next one is tuple, and this is for changing the value. See here, a, enter a value for a, b is equal to int input, enter a value for b. These two values are going to be stored into the variable a and b respectively. Before change, what is the value I have given for a, that would be print here. What is the value I have entered for b, that would be printed here. After changing, see, this is what swapping the value, this is what known as swapping the value. And see here, a comma b is equal to b comma a. What is the value I have entered for b, that would be stored into a, that would be taken by a. What is the value I have entered for a, that would be taken by the variable b. After changing the elements, the swapping of values can be done here. Next one, I'm going to execute this program. So see here, 15 is for a, and next one is 51 is for b, and this is for before change. Before change, value of a is 15, value of b is 51. After change, value of a is 51, value of b is 15. This is what known as swapping the value of variables from one variable to another variable. Next one is nested tuple, and this is what I have explained. I didn't explain clearly when I taught tuple. And if a tuple contains another tuple inside it, that is what known as nested tuple. So this is called as nested tuple. But this total tuple taken as a single element for the entire outside tuple. So toppers is my tuple name. I am going to execute this one. See here, after executing that one, what are the values are there, because each and every one can be defined as a single element of this tuple. Even though this one is also known as tuple, because of it contains or it defined inside another tuple, it would be defined as a single element of that particular tuple. So this is what. Next one is, this is for calculating the area and circumference of a circle. For that I have defined, I have used, or I have created a function here, def. The keyword defines us or tells us we are using a function. Pi value is 3.14, and that is very famous for you all, and very familiar is also. Def circle is for getting the value of area of circumference, area and circumference of circle. And next one, this is for formula. This is the formula for getting the value of area and circumference of circle. Pi r square, 2 pi r. Pi r square is for getting the value of area of circle, and 2 pi r is for getting the value of a circumference of the circle. So radius float is nothing but point or fraction value we have to enter the radius value we have to enter, and after that area comma circle, sorry, area comma circum. These are all two variables. What is the value I have given, that would be taken by the radius variable, and this radius variable pass over the value what I have entered here to this r, and after that area of that particular circle, and area of that particular circumference of that particular circle will be calculated by this formula. And next one, let me execute. My radius value will be 5. Yes, area of the circle is 78, circumference of the circle is 31.4. This is what output of this program. The next one is the last program is for this is for omitting or deleting the negative numbers from this tuple. Numbers is my tuple, so my tuple contains the numbers as 5 comma minus 8 comma 6 comma 8 comma minus 4 comma 3 comma 1. Positive is my empty tuple. With help of the positive plus is equal to I comma, I am going to add my numbers to my empty tuple positive. For I in numbers, I is a variable, it is going to be, sorry, it is going to read the numbers from my numbers list. If the I variable is going to read out the numbers individually, after reading the numbers 5, it will read the numbers minus 8. If my first number is less than 0, if my first number is less than 0, that would be deleted, because this program is specially for deleting the negative numbers from my list. So see here, positive numbers are 5 comma 6 comma 8 comma minus 3, sorry, 5 comma 8 comma 6 comma 3 comma 1. This is what my result of this program. So I think you hope I hope you all understand these programs. So if you have any doubts, note it down clearly and in your book after reopening the school, or if any circumstances are there to meet directly, you can clarify your doubt. Again, I hope you all can understand these parts, I mean the example programs of tuple and list. Thank you.